This story is from the AITA subreddit and is titled, Will I Be the Astronaut If I Didn't Remind My Husband About My Birthday? Oh, shit, this sounds dangerous. My husband, male 34, and I, female 33, have been together for 9 years, married for 6. My birthday is coming up this week, and I'm pretty sure he's going to forget. He's not a birthday person, and he's not big on getting or giving gifts, and he spaced a lot on birthdays and anniversaries at the beginning of our relationship. But we worked through it and agreed to meet in the middle, with him trying harder and me being more chill, and that's been mostly working. But, well, he hasn't asked me about anything, not even if I'm working that night or if there's a restaurant I'd want to go to or anything, and I basically schedule and plan everything we do. I'm so tired of planning thoughtful things for him to do for me so that I have something to say when people ask me what he got me. I don't want to look up restaurants or check menus. Last year during my birthday dinner, he complained that there were only a couple of things on the menu that he could eat, even though I told him where I wanted to go a week ahead of time and specifically asked him to look at the menu and check schedules just to have him show up and pay. I want to feel like I'm worth literally any amount of effort or thought, that I'm a priority for him, that he knows me and cares about me. I've been feeling like this for the last year, and we've been fighting about it, and I've asked him to take more initiative and act more like my partner, but it hasn't been happening. I know his mom has asked him about what to get me for my birthday, so he's got to know it's coming up. I also maintain a digital household calendar with upcoming birthdays and events that I've shared with him multiple times, but I don't think he's ever clicked the link, which is all to say I'm not trying to trick him or set him up for failure. I would just genuinely rather not celebrate my birthday at all than plan everything by myself. I also don't know if I remind him that he would even do anything, and I think that's the worst part. If I don't say anything and he doesn't do anything, then he just forgot. If I do say something and he still hasn't done anything, it would hurt more. But at the same time, it feels like it's a dick move for me to know that I want something from him and will be disappointed if he doesn't do it and not tell him. I'm really trying not to do some kind of gotcha thing, but it feels dishonest, especially with how much I've been thinking about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring up... You've met her before on podcast. This is Bree, a.k.a. Sassy Merlot. Hey, it's Bree. Hello. Go ahead and step up on the mat here. Yeah, there you go. It's Bree.
Found it.
There you go.
Hi. Hello.
So, you listen to this story. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, there's more here than just a birthday. Yeah. I mean, you are not feeling at all valued. Yeah, you just need to tell him. You just need to talk about it, not in a confrontational way, not in a way that you're trying to fight with him or anything. Just, you need to tell him. I feel like if I don't say something, you're going to forget. I feel like if I do say something, you still may not do anything. And really, that's what we need to talk about. I feel like you don't even think of me. And that's the deeper part here, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so many red flags here. At some point, I mean, I require managing too. That's not it's not new information to anybody, but there's a difference between needing managing and just blatantly disregarding. Like,
for sure.
Whenever I would forget about something, I would make a calendar event, make it recurring so it never happened again.
That's the first thing I thought of whenever you were reading it is, this guy's got to make a calendar event. I mean, she did say, though, that she has a calendar and he hasn't even clicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There has to be some sort of priority in this guy's life. And if it's not her, that needs to definitely be discussed, because it almost feels intentional that he's not giving her.
So you think there's something else that is getting his attention rather than her?
I don't know if I think it's anything, cheating, whatever. I don't know that I think that. I just think it's this guy, and I don't know. I don't know what I think his attention is on, but maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe was raised by an enabler and has been allowed to not care about other people.
Or never had to do anything
or never had to do any of these things himself, and somebody always took care of it. And it sounds like she has always taken care of it for herself. She said she's planned her own stuff. And then he just kind of shows up and pays. And she does it so that when people ask, she doesn't have to say he did nothing. At least she can say he did something, right? Yeah. So it sounds like maybe he's just never had to step up and take care of these things. But you should still want to. This is your wife, right? So,
Kim, to your point here, you said this is her problem because she said he's not a celebratory guy. That doesn't matter. Yeah. If you've got a partner who is a celebratory person and needs that, then you have to honor that as a spouse, right? Like, there's got to be a balance in there somewhere. But this is a matter of, and I've seen a lot of comments of, There's managing, and then there's mom level managing.
For sure.
He needs mom level managing. Is he just a man child? Is he just incompetent? Like, what is the real issue here? Because it's coming off as malicious. And that's he's okay failing. He's okay failing the people that he loves, supposedly, and that love him repeatedly. And that is, that's a problem. You've got to be able to step up at some point here. You've got to be able to do something.
Somebody said something a minute ago. Birthdays just aren't important to them, so they don't get excited about it. And I do appreciate that there are people who birthdays, it's not important to them, but it's really not about what's important to you. It's really about what's important to the person you love or claim to love, right? So even if it's not a thing for you, it's still a really important thing to them.
Yeah.
And you have to give them, I've said this actually on a podcast, one of them that I did before. A birthday is your one day that is about you. Christmas is about family. Anniversary is about the two of you. Birthdays are the one day that is about you. That's a cop out to say birthdays aren't important to me, so I just don't think about it. This is about your wife, your person. So, God dang it, celebrate this lady, because it sounds like she deserves it. She takes care of you nonstop, it sounds like.
Yeah. I did not read that they have kids, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Because, or he's probably all the kid that she can manage. He's man-child.
Yeah.
And I mean, at some point you got to grow up and start doing things for yourself. You're going to lose this person. You've been married for 6, together for 9 years. How has it lasted this long with someone actively not giving a shit about you? That's the part I don't get. How does that happen?
Well, she might be a people pleaser. I mean, she might be the kind of person that doesn't mind doing for other people. And it might just have bubbled up to the point of it almost seems resentful at this point, which, by the way, don't blame you. But I don't know.
This leads to the destruction of relationships. And I don't think there's any way around that. It doesn't matter what your feelings on birthdays are. It matters what's important to your spouse, right?
Yeah, and somebody made a good point. This isn't about even like money spending, whatever. A homemade card, and they said a homemade card and a cheap bottle of wine. Amazing. Perfect. Something. She isn't even asking for anything big at this point. She just wants you to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. And if this doesn't get handled, if she doesn't speak up for herself, not even for the marriage at this point, just speak up for yourself.
Yeah.
Then, and don't show him you have to give me some sort of effort here. I don't know how this continues.
Pain creates change, right? Iris just said after you broke up, that's when he finally started taking it seriously because that's when the pain came. I think it can be if you want it to come before the end of a relationship, it probably needs to be a warning and say, look, if this doesn't get fixed, I'm gone.
Yeah. Because
it says to me that you don't give a shit, and that's not okay.
Right. And she has to be clear that it isn't just about birthdays. This is about in general, because, if he is this selfish of a person, the chances of her or him gaslighting her about it. Yeah. I can't believe you're this mad about a birthday. It's not about the birthday. It's about everything. You've got to show me some sort of effort. This is a partnership, not a me showing up for you all the time. But at this point, straight up, don't worry about how it makes him feel, because he clearly isn't worried about how everything makes you feel. Worry about what's gonna make you feel better.
Yeah. This is one of those times when you have to choose.
You have to choose you. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. That sucks. I'm sorry.